So I created a formula called the Dragons formula for social media growth. And these are 6 crucial elements that your content must have if you're optimizing it for visibility and growth.
You're listening to the Marketing Study Lab podcast with me, Peter Sumpton, the Lego Master of Marketing, providing you the building blocks you need to be successful with your marketing. This intro lasts about a minute, so feel free to skip forward if you've heard it all before. It's nothing new. So what's this podcast all about? We chat to some amazing people to give you practical advice that you can implement right now that will make your marketing truly awesome. The conversations we have will lead you to the actionable marketing knowledge you've been craving. Just a quick word about supporting the show. The best way to do this is to leave a 5-star Apple Podcast review. It helps me get the best guests and helps others find the podcast. All I want to do is help people get the best out of their marketing. If you've got a burning marketing question right now, let's chat it through. All the links you need to contact me are in the show notes, because let's face it, you ain't writing anything down right now. Now let's get on with introducing our guest. Social media can be viewed as the second internet. It's got its own place in our digital strategies. But how do we succeed on these platforms? It isn't a case of just show up, use it like you were talking to your friends and family on there. There is a little bit of that, but it needs to be seen and used as a business tool first and foremost. That's why Dorothy in accounts isn't running or shouldn't be running your social strategy. When I chatted to Dot Lung back in episode 99, we discussed, amongst other things, her Dragons formula for social success. I felt it didn't get the airtime it deserved as it was stuck back at the end of the conversation rather than front and centre. But now we've changed how we do the podcast. And with an online course to accompany the formula, please check it out. The link is in the show notes and it is under £15. Tremendous value. Wow. I'm delighted to share this section of the episode with you because it's truly actionable marketing knowledge right from the start. So in this episode, there's no random questions, no backstory, just straight into the Dragons formula and how it can lead to your social success. So here's Dot Lung to talk us through it.
So I created a formula called the Dragons formula for social media growth. And these are 6 crucial elements that your content must have if you're optimizing it for visibility and growth, right? So it's called the Dragons formula. Dragons formula because each letter it's an acronym for one of the elements in the formula. So the letter D is for dialogue, okay? Now more than ever, since the likes are, Instagram has taken away the likes, but even before, the reason why we're all on social media is to actually have a dialogue and to create a human-to-human conversations, not human-to-bot conversation. So if you can master the art of conversation, you will see huge success because the more comments and conversations that are happening on your post, the more organic visibility you will get. So more dialogue literally correlates with more reach, okay? More reach and more visibility. The next letter is the letter R for relatability, okay? Relatability is all about creating an emotion to engage and hook your audience, okay? Why is it so important to create relatable content? Well, relatability is directly correlated with likability. So if you are striving for those likes and you want people to like your content, make it relatable. How do you make relatable content? Use storytelling. Okay, so there are many ways to do storytelling. You choose the way that you are good at. Okay, so relatability creates likability, and likability increases your relevancy score. So for the R, I always, it's actually a double R for relatability and relevancy. And the next element in the Dragons formula is for authenticity. It's more important than ever to stay authentic and true to your brand, true to your voice, mainly because in our world of fake news and fake followers, it's now more important than ever to stay true and stay you. And this is one of the key pillars and key elements to create a loyal and real community. Because again, hashtag your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you want to create a tribe of authentic people, then you must also be authentic. So that's really important. Letter G is probably, they're all important, but I always stress this is one of the most important elements, is to remember to give value. So giving value is the most important element. We're talking about value all day long. Gary Vaynerchuk says, jab, 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 right hook. Well, in the Social Dragons formula, we're all about giving, and giving some more. And always remembering to give before you take. Okay, so that's just it. That social media is a value exchange, and the more you give, the more you're going to get, right? So do not complain to me about the algorithm. Do not complain to me about how your strategy is not working. Show me what value you're giving, because at the end of the day, social media marketing comes down to one metric only, and that metric is retention. How are you going to retain your followers over the the length of time? Okay. That's through giving value. Okay? So give value, give as much as you can, and you will see your community grow. The next element is O for opinion. So opinion is, sharing your opinion is what's going to instigate conversation and dialogue and really attracting your true gung-ho, die-hard fans, okay? Opinions are how people get together in a collective and how they can join together and create community by through shared opinion, okay? So it's similar to religion, people that are religious, they all have a shared belief, and similar with opinions. If you have a shared opinion, you're most likely to group around people that have the same opinion. So make sure to take a stand for your brand. What do you believe in? What would you die for? Share those opinions. If you want, on controversial topics or not. It depends on what how your brand will be on social media, if you're going to dive into controversial topics or not. The last letter in the Dragons formula is N for niche or niche. This is really knowing exactly who your target audience is and your market, because if you speak to everybody, you speak to nobody. If you target everybody, you target nobody. So you need to niche down and talk specifically to, no more than 250 people, okay? Literally, if you can get 250 people to like one post, you're a huge success on Instagram, right? You don't need more than 250 likes to really, advocate your message. So if you can start really narrowing down exactly what niche you're in, that's how you will grow. Look at every successful startup. Okay, I don't want to generalize and say every, but look at many of these successful startups, such as Facebook, such as Airbnb, such as Dropbox. They started with a niche. Facebook started with only students at Harvard. Then it became only students in the Ivy League. then all the universities across America, then all the universities across the world, and then, now 3 billion people are on it. But they started with a very specific niche and a very specific group of who they were going to serve. So think about who you are going to serve. Who are they? Know everything about them and how you can help them. That's the Dragons formula. The last secret part of the formula is the S, okay? The S is for scaling, because all dragons have scale, right? But you're not going to be able to scale if you don't have the first 6 elements of the dragon. So when you guys are ready to scale your dragon, look me up on Instagram, send me a DM, and I'll show you the secret S on how you can scale and sell with the Dragons formula.
I love it. It's absolutely superb. There's just so much value in that, and it makes so much sense. And it usually is the sensible things, but doing them consistently that make that difference. But people don't see that. It's almost that instant gratification. What can I get out quickly? What can me, rather than, like you said, you're trying to add value.
It should always be about your audience. How can you serve them? At the end of the day, you need to practice servitude, and that's what giving value is all about. How can you make somebody's life better? How can you improve your followers' life? And that's how you'll succeed. Give people value.
That's cool. And that leads me on to my final, most important question. If people want to find out more about you and what you do and your amazing skills and talents and how you're using social platforms to get the best out of people, where should they go?
So I have a website that I launched finally 2 years ago. I've been in business for 8 years. I never had a website. So I'd love for you to check out my website. We won 10 awards worldwide for design and UX. So it's .lung, my name, DOTLUNG.com, DOTLUNG.com. And from there, you can contact me on all my favorite social media channels. So I'm on Instagram at .lung, Facebook at .lung, LinkedIn at .lung, whatever it is. I've been the first to always get my name. So it's consistently on every social media channel out there possible. So hope to see you there.
Love it, Dot. Thank you so much for your time. It's been fascinating. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed, chatting with you, and I hope we can do it again soon.
So once again, just a big thanks to .lung for being so generous with her time and the information behind her Dragons formula. I'm not going to give you any takeaways this week, except to say that if the Dragons formula sounds like a piece of you and you want to become a social dragon, follow that formula. Even better, check out .lung's Strategy for Business Growth on Instagram, her online course. The link is in the show notes, and it's well worth checking out. At the moment, at the time of recording, it's under £15, which is unreal value. Go and check it out, or get in touch with .lung. Again, her website, .lung.com, or any social channel at .lung. Thank you so much for joining us today on Marketing Study Lab. It really means the world that you're listening to this out there. And hopefully I've provided you some value. If you're looking to know more about what Marketing Study Lab does and is about, go to marketingstudylab.co.uk or get in touch with me personally, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or feel free to email me at peter@marketingstudylab.co.uk. Happy marketing.